Hey Canada, another relevant article. This one's going to be regarding the carbon tax or levy or carbon pricing, whatever fucking bullshit iteration or excuse they want to use to steal more from the Canadian people. But yeah, this is regarding now that think about it. Or you got to pay the price, right? Well, isn't that supposed to be reflected in everything you consume? Aren't these companies, aren't their business models supposed to incorporate all these, costs that are involved in their business practices? Well, of course they are. But like I've said in many past videos, we're not living in a genuinely free market where things happen properly. We're living in this full-on forced subjugation collective fucking premise of central planning regarding economics and social policy that it's all up in the air, completely misconstrued and misrepresented to the point where people are just, no wonder they're so fucking confused all the time. But this is from Terrence Corcoran, whatever the fuck. Carbon pricing is just another enviro con gain, and we're falling for it again. Well, of course it is. And yes, of course most people are, because they're taught to believe government is their God. That's what the education system does in this country. So when someone from academia, which represents their God, their deity, tells you something, well, you take it. You suck that up, hook, line, and sinker, right? I don't. Critically thinking Canadians don't, but we're vastly outnumbered. Truth of the matter is, we are nastily, readily outnumbered to the point where, we're trying our best, right? This is the age of information. I can get my videos out there. There's no restrictions, I hope. Well, there could very well be. But I sure as shit ain't restricting people's ability to see or hear what I got to say. Right? What a spectacle. As the carbon price bandwagon gathers momentum, never have so many leftists, market haters, corporate players, and eco-fiscalists so enthusiastically aligned themselves with market forces. Carbon pricing is all the rage among economists of almost all persuasions, but it's especially hot among environmental activists who have in the past dismissed capitalism and the market economy as a scourge. So true, right? Oh, they hate fucking capitalism or the market. They hate individuals and just people having power in their own lives. That's what they hate. They love central planning. That's really what we're talking about. Organizations such as Smart Prosperity and Canadians for Clean Prosperity claim a carbon price will enlist the free market to reduce carbon emissions with only modest economic costs. Rick Smith, former head of Environmental Defense Canada, sees carbon pricing as a guaranteed success story. We know these market mechanisms work, Smith told Bloomberg's Amanda Lang recently. Not a fucking Amanda Lang. How the fuck she ended up on Bloomberg? Hopefully she was just sick and tired of the bullshit rhetoric she had to spew from fucking in CBC, but in reality, I don't know. I don't place much faith in what the fucking bitch has to say. Anyone that'll sell themselves out once, yeah, you gotta work long and hard to tell me that you're not doing it again. This is the same Rick Smith who promised that another market mechanism, feed-in tariffs for wind and solar, would deliver a near-costless transition to renewable electricity in Ontario. But never mind. Everybody's on board. Carbon prices said to be the only way Canada can meet its Paris Climate Accord commitment to cut carbon emissions by approximately 30% below what they were in 2005 and still are today by 2030. So, 2005, 11 years later, they're still the same, but we're going to be cutting them by 30% in another 15 years, less than 15 years. Yeah, right. And the cost could be pennies, apparently. After Prime Minister Trudeau announced his plan to mandate a $50 a ton carbon tax across Canada by 2022, pundits noted that would add 11 cents to the price of a liter of gasoline. Who could object? Everybody should. Of course they should. Carbon price is a con game that even free market economists too frequently play. The heart of the con is the idea that we should use market pricing to curb externalities that aren't adequately covered in the price of a product. Carbon dioxide is externally or is an externality of fossil fuel use that causes climate change. So it should be priced so the market can solve the emissions problem. Raise the price on bad things and let the market deliver good things. Nobody actually believes this will work, least of all the economic think tanks promoting carbon pricing. First, 11 cents added to a liter of gasoline in 22 would be trivial and have no effect. Many eco-fiscal economists say we really need a carbon price of $200 a ton or 44 cents a liter. But as the graph shows, consumption of carbon-emitting gasoline is not all that responsive to price. Between 2000 and 2016, the price of gasoline in Canada, and we know the dramatic difference, right? Toronto is just about average, doubled from 67 cents a liter to $1.36 a liter. It stayed there for more than 3 years, doing a reasonable impression of a $250 carbon tax. But demand did not fall. And it kept rising to 42 billion liters. So, I mean, yeah, once again, did it have any effect? No. And I mean, fucking little people over, because the big wigs, think about it, corporatists, lobbyist groups, special interest groups, government fucks, all the ones, military, big industry, all the ones that really put the biggest shit in the air, right? Supposedly that destroy the atmosphere. Do you think those people are going to be the ones suffering? Or is it going to be the lowly fucking wage slaves and tax serfs in Canada? The lowly fucks. Those will be the ones that will be disproportionately affected by these carbon prices. The rich people always find a way. They always know how to fucking, tweak or gently or forcefully persuade government fucks to go along to get along with their ideas. It's you. That's the lowly Canadian. You are the one, once again, just with every other government initiative, you're the one's going to be pulling up and paying for all this shit. And in fucking 5 or 10 years, there'll be an article coming out, oh, it's just the lowly fucks that's paying for everybody, and the rich are getting away with it. Well, people like myself, let it be known right now. I'm warning you right up ahead of and people like this gentleman that's dealing with this article are telling you already, so that you have the knowledge. The knowledge is there. All you have to do is listen to us. But central planners, hey, if we can make a buck in the here and now, let's stick with the Keynesian model. We're all dead in the long run anyways, right? So once again, this shit ain't going to work out. So the tough question becomes, at what carbon price would Canadians begin reducing gasoline consumption at a rate that would drive total demand to 27 billion gallons, the implied 2030 level for Canada to meet its Paris target of 30% fewer emissions than in 2005? No back of the envelope calculation can answer such question. Would a $500 carbon tax, about $1.10 a liter, raising the retail cost of gasoline to more than $2 a liter, do the trick? Not likely. Even if it did, once again, what the fuck is that doing to the lowly people that can barely get by right now? You're destroying their fucking ability. You're destroying their purchasing power on what little meager incomes are making. For what? For what? Like, even if you go back to George Carlin, he explained this stuff, or scientists, or ask anyone. The earth is going to survive with or without humans. If you think humans are the ones going to destroy the earth, good luck with that one. No. Humans have been trying to destroy the earth, well, maybe not trying, but inadvertently doing them, for how long have we been alive on this planet? Hasn't worked out so good. Animals, dinosaurs, meteors, comets. There's been many different things that have been just trying to destroy, well, not purposely, but that have had the potential to destroy this planet, but the planet continues on. It's the people, it's the plants, the animals that have had to change and adapt and evolve, right? But yet we're trying to pretend that we have all this think about the mentality of these people. They think they have the power to dominate the earth. No, the earth will fight back. When it decides that you've tried to overwhelm it, the earth will, just like Atlas, and it will shrug, and you will lose. Humans don't have any capacity to dominate this planet. Even with nuclear war, all that would happen is you would destroy all of humanity, maybe the plants and the animals, but the earth will continue to exist. It will continue to revolve around the earth, and it will continue to be a planet. But these fucking idiots, these environmentalists, these political propagandists and pundits, they want to make you feel so guilty for what you do that you're willing to once again sacrifice some more of your wealth to give it to some central planner or some fucking collective ideology and let them be the ones that get. Do you think the rich people? Do you think any of them are fucking doing anything at all to try to prevent? Like, are they not driving or being chauffeured around their Cadillacs or their limos or riding in private jets or nah? And you, the lowly fuck, you don't put on near as many miles as these fucking people do. I guarantee it. Stop falling for the bullshit narrative of these central planners. This is like another New Deal, right? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to reinvent another New Deal in the modern era. And they will get away with it if you don't have people like myself constantly speaking up and telling people, hey, don't fall for this shit, man. It's bullshit. But I'm going to do it. And I'll continue to do it. And there's lots of us out there. And we're going to help to educate and inform the masses. But we need you, anyone's going to watch this video, to help share it. Because they won't be educated and informed if you don't fucking share my information or at least say it yourself. If you don't want to share my videos, say it yourself. I don't need the credit. I just need someone else to be willing to step up the plate and say it. If they don't want to share my stuff, say it in your own words, say it in your own voice, make your own videos, make your own commentary, whatever you got to do. But help educate and inform others so we don't keep falling for these same bullshit narratives continuously by these central planners, control freaks, and sociopaths. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.